Today I'm going to show you my top 5 knives that all have the same rare feature in common. They all have front flippers and thumb studs. So if you're ever thinking about designing your own knife someday, you might want to think about making one of these because there's just not many of them in the production market. And as usual, the links to buy, the prices, even the coupon codes will all be listed for you down in the description. You know, there's plenty of knives out there with like front flippers and thumb holes, or front flippers and fullers like this Appalachian Drifter 2, but for some reason there's only a handful with thumb studs. All right, let's go ahead and get started with number 5. This is from a company called New Knives, and it's called the Coon Panther. I recently found this on Amazon, and I gotta tell you, I like this little thing. Now, overall, it's about the same size as like the Savivi Momentum, but this has like a much wider 2.99 inch drop point in D2 steel. And I just love the shape of this satin finished hollow ground blade, which came with a nice factory edge that is nice and even on both sides. It does have a forward finger choil, but you know, it's kind of small. So maybe it's more of like a fingertip choil, but they did go ahead and like they chamfered both sides of it, which I was really surprised to see. So that, you know, that's just a nice little attention to detail. The pocket clip is super deep carry, and it's one of those that is like sandwiched between the liner and the scale, but they also made it, you know, movable to the other side. So yeah, we do get some lefty love. The blade is going to be riding on a ball bearing pivot. So the action, yeah, it's pretty excellent in both directions. Now, normally, you know, I could care less about the packaging, but this knife, it doesn't come in a box. It comes in this like really nice kind of a flat little zipper pouch that you could repurpose this, I don't know, like wallet, something like that. Just in case you weren't sure, this is in fact a liner lock with a 3.99 inch G10 handle, which I have just enough room, you can see, for my medium-sized hand. If you're interested, you can find these on Amazon in a few different G10 colors for right around $36. All right, sitting at number 4 is going to be a Kubi. This is a Momentum. And I call this one the banana knife, well, because of the shape of that handle. Kind of looks like a banana. And all kidding aside, now that shape does actually kind of serve a purpose because it gives you sort of like unobstructed access to that front flipper, which is kind of nice because, you know, you can slow roll it all the way open, or of course, you know, you can go ahead and just flick it if that's more your style. The handle design also makes it possible to kind of hold the knife however you want, you know, since you're not restricted to, you know, any one specific grip, which also means you don't need a forward finger choil because, you know, you're able to choke right up all the way up on that blade. And the action is good. I mean, this is a fun knife to kind of fidget with. And of course, you know, since it's a Kubi, it comes with a 2-position deep carry pocket clip. We get a 3.43 inch harpoon blade in D2 steel with flat grind and black stone washed finish, but it is also available in a regular stone wash, you know, with different colored G10 scales. And you can find these on Amazon for right around $40. Number 3, Habata Savivi. This is the Imperium. This is actually one of my all-time favorite Savivis because it's a full-size knife that carries like a gents folder. You get a good amount of reach with that a 3.47 inch drop point blade in Damascus steel, and it has a really nice kind of forward finger choil, so you know you can choke up on it if you need to. Even though the overall design is, well, it's kind of narrow, the micarta handle here has the standard thickness of 0.47 inches, which is actually still pretty hand-filling. You know, it's a Savivi, so of course that action is going to be fantastic with a blade that's riding on a ceramic ball bearing pivot. If you're not a fan of Damascus blades, hey, no worries, because there is a version with a stonewash finish, but that one is going to have a Nitro V steel. Now you can find the Imperium on Amazon for right around $65. At number 2 is going to be from Vostie. This is the Labrador. I actually reviewed this one recently, so if you're interested in this knife, go ahead and tap on the link up in the corner to watch that video. This is the largest knife on the list. So if you're one of those people that got them big bear paws, you're going to absolutely love the Labrador. It has a long 3.74 inch drop point blade in 154 cm steel, and it is the only knife in this video that has 3 different opening options. And just like the Imperium, it has a full-size forward finger choil, so you can go ahead and choke up. And there is plenty of room on the 4.99-inch micarta handle for just about any hand size. I mean, I wear a medium-sized glove, and I mean, just look at all that extra space that I have. The drop shut action on this knife is out of this world. I mean, it closes so fast. Did you see that? It closes so fast. I barely have enough time to look at that. I barely have enough time to get my thumb out of the way. If you're interested in the Labrador, you can find them either on Amazon or Vostie's website for right around $84. Now, before I go ahead and show you my number 1, I would love to know, what knives can you think of, that have both front flippers and thumb studs? Go ahead and just list as many as you can down in the comments. Now, this next knife is actually the one that gave me the whole idea for this video. It's from Savivi. It's the Sukoke. Now, according to Wiktionary, Sukoke it's a domestic cat with a blotched tabby coat. Now, this is the newest knife on the list. In fact, this thing just came out today. It's a unique design by Ray Laconico, who, as you know, same guy responsible for the Kaiser Gemini. It has an interesting 3.35-inch drop point blade shape in 14C 28N Sandvik steel with a bead blast finish. The blade tip, you can see it drops down pretty far, which I actually like, because it requires, less of a tilt angle, when you go to use that tip for cutting on a flat surface. The 4.4-inch G10 handle also has kind of a unique shape to it, with a design that really focuses on, function over form. And you can see it has a palm swell in the middle, which really does make, it makes gripping the handle just really comfortable. Even though I love forward finger choils, this knife really doesn't need one, because, just like the Kubi Momentum I showed you earlier, you can grip this handle, however the heck you want. So you can also, choke up really close to that blade. The action is, of course, it is very good. It's got the ceramic ball bearing pivot. Just takes a couple shakes to get that closed. But, I normally, with this knife, I find myself probably 99.9% of the time using the thumb studs. And it has nested liners, which is actually my favorite type of liner lock, because it helps to, it keeps that handle thickness down to just over a half inch at 0.51. And then we also get just the standard, Savivi 2-position deep carry pocket clip. You can get these in a few different versions. I mean, a couple of them are even micarta on either Amazon or, of course, Savivi's website for right around $65. If you haven't already, consider subscribing, if you're looking for knife reviews that get right to the point. All right, hey, thank you so much for watching. Love you guys, and I'll see you at the next video. Take care.